I think it's safe to call Fallout 76 the most decisive Fallout game in the series. That was probably the easiest bet of my life, but it's true. This game had a lot of expectations, and it fell completely on its face. Bethesda promised the sun, a complete explorable multiplayer with a ton of stuff to do, 16 times the detail more than Fallout 4. And then when it released, Fallout 4 still looks better to this day. That's because this game was rushed beyond belief and needed probably another 2 years in the oven, which left a lot of stuff on the cutting room floor like NPCs, which doomed any real type of narrative this game may have had. 76's narrative is a sea of audio tapes, narratives, and torn diary fragments. That's the story known as Fallout 76. It's not ideal. But there's a narrative here. A story I think could have, and should have, rivaled some of the best stories in Fallout. It wasn't until Todd Howard blew it up. Having the hills of West Virginia be barely touched by the nuclear display of October 23rd, 2077 makes complete sense. It's West Virginia. What is in West Virginia? I couldn't tell you, and I've been playing this game for a little bit to get footage for this video. Charleston? The Responders base? I don't think that's real. There's nothing important to blow up in the hills of West Virginia from the Red Communists, Vault-Tec, or maybe even the US's perspective. We still don't know who actually dropped the nukes, but I digress. So let's go nuke New York City into oblivion. Let's drop some bombs in Boston, creating the glowing sea. Let's take out DC and make it the worst place to traverse in the world, because you have to go through those stupid metros every single time. Not here. Here you get the beauty of the Appalachian wilds to explore, completely free of nuclear mutation. Technically. The bog is a whole different thing that spawned from a Vault-Tec Garden of Eden creation kit, so we're not going to count that here. Sound good? Okay. Not sure if you even cared, but who cares? And with Appalachia not really getting destroyed, there's people here. A lot of them. And, well, they have to respond. The Responders make maybe the most sense of any faction in this entire franchise. Police and firefighters in the first days of the Fallout banding together and setting up a community to help people affected. It makes complete sense. What also makes sense is the rich and powerful in a ski lodge, terrified to lose their power and fall back to Earth and just become another person, another face in an apocalypse. So it makes complete sense for them to ban the Raiders of Appalachia. It makes sense for the Army Remnants of Appalachia to form together into the Brotherhood of Steel's Appalachian chapter and begin recruiting to protect the people. It makes sense that the elitists of the White Springs Bunker are a part of the Enclave. All you have to do is look at that giant mansion and to see they would be involved. Everything made sense. And then Todd Howard blew it all up. Well, technically the Enclave blew it up, or released a deadly disease that caused the death of everybody in Appalachia before Vault 76 even opened years before, but I'm going to blame Todd because it's easy to blame Todd. God, why didn't you even say 16 times the detail? I think 76 is the biggest what could have been story in maybe like the past 10 years of gaming. Instead of a controversial mess, I think it could have been an amazing game. Picture you walking out of the Vault 76 and meeting the Responders, working with them at the airport to get to the fire breathers, working with them, becoming a respected member of the community. Then meeting the Brotherhood of Steel, fighting the mutants coming out of the West Tech facility, fighting the Raiders, only for this scorch plague to start infecting everybody across the land and you being scooped up by the Enclave so you can fix their own problem. And then you get to choose 3 endings. The Responders ending, with you taking out the Enclave and making sure the Brotherhood is more docile, choosing the Brotherhood and completely destroying every single Enclave facility in Appalachia one by one, and forcing the Responders to live under your thumb, like kind of that farm servitude we saw in Fallout 4, or choosing the Enclave and releasing an airborne Scorch Plague that doesn't turn them into monsters, it just kind of kills them, and you win the game by that way. Or, hey, maybe there's a fourth ending, a secret ending, a yes man ending, where you just kind of take out everybody. It really kind of had unlimited potential for an ending. I came up with that just right now. Imagine a group of talented writers coming up with different scenarios just like this. All of this background lore just to be told that your development time got cut in half and you have to make it a multiplayer game. And it has to release without NPCs. What do you do? I don't envy anybody in that position. And yeah, we all just kind of blamed Bethesda as a whole and not the management. And looking back, I don't know if that was fair. So why don't we just keep blaming Todd? 76 could have been great, but it was held back by human error. And nobody likes human error. It had the potential to be one of the best games in the series. And you can still see it. You can still see the narrative and plot lines they were thinking about doing and created this amazing story about destroying the Scorch Plague. You just didn't get to play it. All you did was just kinda follow in the footsteps of the people that died a long time ago. And that's not interesting. At least for a full game. So I'm going to say it here. A hot take, if you will. Fallout 76's story is underrated. And I'm going to end it with that hot take. It's underrated. And don't play the game, but go look at the lore, because it's some of the best in the series. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed what I did here, maybe consider checking out some of my other stuff. Thank you so much.